Hey guys, it's Kaz here, aka Cats and Camera, and today I'm doing my TBR for Emojiathon. So Emojiathon runs from the 1st of February to the last of February, so it's a month-long readathon. And normally I don't like doing TBRs for a whole month because I just like to pick whatever I want to read at the time. But because it's a readathon, I've set out everything I'm going to read, or hopefully read, this month. So this readathon has 14 challenges. But the aim of the game is to complete 4 in the month, so 1 a week. But because I had such a good reading month in January, I've picked 7. I feel like I'm definitely going to be able to get through all of those. But because it goes on for a whole month, it means if you hear about it in a week, in 2 weeks, you can still participate. For some reason, the first thing I thought of when I saw someone mention this was wrapping my books up and having pictures on the front of it. Make it a bit more intricate, that's not how you say words. Integrate. Thought, why not put the pictures on the books, integrate the emojis into the video rather than me just telling you, oh, it's the emoji with 2 guys holding hands. You can see that that's what this challenge is based on. So in the down bar below, I'll put videos to all 3 of the hosts. I'll also put the link that's got the list of all the challenges and a picture of each emoji that goes with each challenge. So, as you've already seen, the first emoji is the 2 guys holding hands, and the challenge for that is read a book about a marginalised group. And for that book, I've gone for A Secret Edge by Robin Riordan. Now this book, the marginalised character is a gay guy, the main character is gay. I don't really know much about it. I think it's just basically a contemporary set at school. But hopefully this is a good read. The next challenge is to read a book that was gifted to you.
So for this one, I've gone with, I didn't think this through about Sarah taking this so hard onto here, but I've gone with
A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Now I really liked the first book of this. Looking forward to reading this because I've heard a lot of good things saying that it's like 10 times better than the first book. Anyone that's never heard of this, which will be about that much of the population in the world, it's basically about fairies. The humans have a little section of the world, the fairies have the rest of it, and it's about our main character going over to the fairy world and then things happening. So there's that one. The third challenge is the heart emoji, and that's read a romance or a contemporary book. This is pretty self-explanatory.
But for that challenge, I've gone with
Looking for Alaska by John Green. I honestly don't really know anything about this book. I like to go into books not knowing, because sometimes the synopsis on the back tells you way too much of the story and it kind of ruins it a little bit. So I don't even want to read the back. First friend, first girl, last words. That's what it's about. So there's that one. The fourth challenge I don't have a book for, and that is read a book you bought because of its cover. The fifth challenge is read a book that makes you happy just thinking about it. Challenge 6 is read a thriller or horror, and this weird face here. To be honest, I don't really use emojis, so I don't really know what's going on there. But for this one, I went with In the Path of Falling Objects by Andrew Smith. It's a thriller. On the front it says 2 brothers, 1 psychopath, a beautiful girl, the road trip from hell. So it sounds like it's going to be a little bit creepy. The 7th challenge is read a sci-fi or futuristic book, and that's the robot emoji. And for this one,
I went with
The Taste of Cashews by Will Hartzell Bard. Not sure about that one. I got this because at the end of December, my sister, who is an author, did a indie advent calendar for indie writers, and each day 1 or 2 books were talked about, and this is one of the ones that were talked about, and I thought it sounded really cool and weird. I'll leave the link below to take you to the advent calendar. Obviously it's ended now, but there's still maybe 60 books to check out, because a lot of the days did have 2 people on it. So you should definitely check that out. But this one, I felt like the front cover looked kind of sci-fi-y. The last sentence is, and while he's at it, he might even present a cashew-flavoured apocalypse, which, for some reason, that line reminds me of Grasshopper Jungle by Andrew Smith, and that's why I wanted this, because I thought it'd be weird like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one, and I will be reviewing this one as well when I've read it, so look forward to seeing that. Number 8 is a freebie, so just read any book. I might take that one up if I finish all of these in the month, so in my wrap up at the end of the month you'll get to see if that happens or not. Number 9 is read a 2016 or 27 release, and personally I've talked about this on here before, but I don't really buy books as soon as they come out, because if you wait a few months they're cheaper. So number 10 is read a cry-worthy book, and this one is really hard because, okay, I am a crier. I am a crier at books. If something happens, I don't mind sitting in a pit of tears and red face and snot. But how can you say before you've read a book whether you're going to cry at it or not? Unless it's more happy than not, because I knew for a fact I would cry at that, and I did a lot. But for that book, for that challenge, I went with Forgive Me Leonard Peacock by Matthew Quick. I bought this at the end of December, I think, came in January. And I hadn't really seen that much, but all of a sudden everybody has either bought it recently or it's in their TBR, so I don't know why it's suddenly become really popular to read right at the moment, but apparently I'm in that gang as well. Now, I thought this might work with a book that makes you cry, because it's about suicide, it's about a guy saying goodbye to his friends. So hopefully that makes me cry. That's a weird thing to say, but I like crying at books, so hopefully it makes me cry. Number 11 is a book you've been anticipating. Number 12 is read a book in under 24 hours. I'm sure you can tell by the size of this that I've gone with a graphic novel for this one, because it's really easy to read them in a few hours, never mind 24 hours.
It's very possible that some of the books I've already mentioned I'll read in a day, but yeah, for this one I've gone with a graphic novel. And the one I've gone with is
Kingsman: The Secret Service. This is by Mark Miller, Dave Gibbons and Matthew Vaughn. I've seen the film, I kind of enjoyed it, so looking forward to this one. Number 13 is read a book you've been seeing everywhere. This is, again, I'm not doing this one, but Forgive Me Leonard Peacock could very easily fit into that one if it doesn't make me cry. I didn't think about that until I literally just thought about it then. So maybe at the end of the month that one would have been ticked and not the cry one, who knows. Number 14, the last one, is buddy read a book. Oh, and this one I've also not got one for. I think potentially the creators are all reading the same book, so you can buddy with them. Again, I'll leave the links below. Maybe if you see on somebody else's TBR a book that you want to read, you can read it as well and get in contact with them and have a chat, because it's a nice way to get friends. So there we have the 8 books that I'm hoping to read this month for Emojiathon. Definitely check out the announcement videos and the TBRs of the 3 people who are running it, and obviously check out below the list of challenges with the emojis next to them. And because you're only really required to read 4 in the month, I feel like it's a very achievable goal for most readers, so you should definitely jump on this readathon. So yes, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you're reading for Emojiathon, or whether we're reading any of the same things. Whether you've got a video as well, link that and I'll check your videos out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this next month, and bye.